In this video, I'll be teaching you how to encode data in SPSS. But before we go to the practical aspect, let us have first a review on the scales of measurement, since this is very much important when doing data analysis. There are four fundamental levels of measurement scale. These include nominal, ordinal, interval, or ratio. The nominal scale is a scale used for labeling variables into distinct classifications and doesn't involve quantitative value or order. This is commonly used for the purpose of classification or making labels, such as, for example, sex, which is classified as male and female. The ordinal scale is used to simply depict the order of variables other than naming them. So example of that is a Likert scale, such as, for example, when we are measuring the degree of hypertension, when we are determining the level of satisfaction, we have the highest very satisfied, followed by moderately satisfied, and not satisfied. The interval scale is a numerical data that hold no true zero and can represent values below zero. So for example, you can measure temperature below 0 degrees Celsius, such as -5 or -10 degrees Celsius. While the ratio scale are numerical data that never fall below 0. The age, the height, and weight measure from 0 and above and will never fall below it. So in doing data analysis, we have to determine first the nature of data or the scales of measurement, so that we can actually determine the appropriateness for the use of a certain statistical analysis. So from the research questions and tools, we can already identify the types of data. So for example, in this study, the satisfaction of parents in school services, the first research question is, what is the profile of the respondents in terms of sex and educational attainment? Now, we need to determine what level of measurement scales do these two profile variables belong. So sex is considered as a nominal variable and educational attainment is considered as ordinal variable, since college is higher than the high school and high school is higher than elementary. So now, since these are qualitative variables, the nominal and the ordinal variables, we have to assign values for each of the classification. So to encode the data, let's go to SPSS. First thing to do is to click the variable view. You can see a tab variable view at the bottom of the application. And then you type the profile variable, sex, and another variable, the educational attainment or education. So since this is a qualitative variable, as what I have mentioned, we have to assign values. So you click this portion below the values column. You can see a small button. Click that one and there is another interface. We will assign 0 for male, then click add, then 1 for female, then click add. You can actually start with 1, then click OK. Another, we will assign values for the education. We will start with 0 for elementary, then add, 1 for high school, then add, 2 for college, then add, then click OK. After you have encoded the variables, you go and click the Data View tab. So after you click the Data View tab, this is now the interface to where we encode the raw data of the study, or the data that we have gathered from the questionnaire. So this portion, the row portion, you can see number at the first, the 1, 2, 3, 4, these are actually the respondents of the study. So we have to encode now the data. For example, respondent number 1, he is male, so you will write or encode 0, and he is in high school, so you encode 1. Then respondent number 2 is female and at college level. Respondent number 3 is male, then that respondent is at elementary level. Then respondent number 4 is female at college level. Respondent number 5 is female, then at elementary level, and so on and so forth.